From hotspots to hidden gems, this is your guide to all things local, the LA Unscripted way. Calling all adventure seekers, art aficionados, foodies, and outdoor devotees, we want to know what's worthy of your to-do list. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and today the LAU team is sharing our SoCal secrets. Jasmine, you're an LA native. Do you have any new finds to share?
You know, from the city's old staples to shiny new spots, even lifelong Angelinos like to get lost in a new part of town. And recently, I said yes to this address, and I think you will too.
LA Unscripted, welcome to Susie Cakes. Susie Cakes is an all-American home-style bakery. We make retro, old-fashioned desserts that you might have found in the kitchen in the 1950s. Everything is made on-site, by scratch, by hand daily, and that is really our big point of differentiation. The first Susie Cakes opened in Brentwood in 2006, so we are actually 17 years old now. There is a big why behind this, and it started in both of my grandmother's kitchens. Their names were Mildred and Madeline. They lived across the LA from each other in Chicago. And they always said to me, Susie, you can do anything you want. We came to this country, it's a land of opportunity. Whatever you want to do, as long as you work hard and you're nice to people, you can do it. Like, that's my mantra. They passed away and I inherited their 3x5 recipe cards, all the handwritten recipe cards.
How do you think they feel seeing little Susie now?
I know they're looking down and they're like, yeah, you go girl, because like what they told me I could do, I did. And if I didn't have that gumption or that confidence that they instilled me as a young girl, I'm not sure I would be sitting here talking to you today. The original menu that we started with is still the menu today. If it wasn't in the pantry in 1950s, we don't bake with it.
And then a taste too is always important.
You have to.
Yes.
The #1 bestseller is our vanilla celebration cake. Everybody wants that cake, which is super yummy butter cake. Sprinkled with confetti inside. The Susie blue frosting and our logo color on the wall behind me is the outside of my grandmother's Pyrex mixing bowls. And so when I was choosing the colors for Susie Cakes, that, you know, we call it Susie blue now, but to me it's just a very nostalgic color.
You also do some other amazing cakes.
Our tropical coconut cake has pineapple in it, which makes it like extra moist. It's just like that little bit of pineapple. It's not overwhelming, but people love that. Our luscious lemon cake, which I heard somebody might be a fan of.
It's my favorite, actually. Next to the celebration cake, I love lemon.
The day before Thanksgiving is the busiest day of the year for us, and we do tens of thousands of pies, all made by hand. We do brownies, we do whoopie pies as one of our signature items. We do a bunch of cookies, frosted sugar cookies for the holidays, puddings, you name it. The premise of the business is on careers for women, progressive careers in hospitality that also gives a balance to their life. 85% of our team is female, which I'm super, super, super proud of.
So we're gonna pipe some white flowers with yellow centers.
All right.
And green leaves.
Oh yeah, like a bend and snap.
Yes, a squeeze and stop.
It has to be a good feeling for you though when you come into one of your bakeries and you just get to see all of your hard work and how it's come to fruition.
Yeah, I love seeing our team members like at work, having camaraderie, enjoying themselves, and growing their careers with us.
LAU. LA Unscripted.
Yay! You're hired.
I also love talking to guests. And when guests tell me, oh my gosh, Susie, you cakes have always been part of our family and all of our celebrations, that makes me the happiest.
I am so adding that to the top of my to-do list. So Olivia, what local find do you have your sights on?
Well, you all may know I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie and thrill seeker for sure. And from the mountains to the beach, there is no shortage of bold moves to book. We are in Long Beach, and I wanted to bring you to do one of my favorite summer activities. Can you guess what it is?
No, wait a minute. You do all this crazy stuff. You jump out of planes. You do what?
It's not that bad.
You know I'm afraid of heights.
It's not that. There's a hint. We're on the water.
This is not looking good.
All right, guys, I'm gonna start getting you guys ready, okay? We're gonna harness you guys up, okay?
Here with us, it's pretty safe. We do a really good job at monitoring the weather and taking care of all our guests. So all our boats go through yearly inspections with the Coast Guard, make sure everything's up to date safety-wise.
Perfect, and you're all set. And
Yes.
you're ready to go parasailing.
I'm ready to go. Are we still going up?
We're still going up,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. We're so high.
Yeah, it's really therapeutic.
I mean, she just sat there and then just went like it was nothing. She just like cool as a cucumber up there.
Hi, Dana. I see you, kind of. That was so cool.
Oh my God,
Dana.
you are so amazing.
Woo!
Were you scared at all?
No, it was so fun
Oh
and
my
relaxing. It's just like you're a bird in the sky.
Did you see me drive the boat?
I did. I was a little bit nervous. I was like, don't hit the Queen Mary.
Right now we're running a discount for all unscripted viewers. You can go to californiaparasail.com. It's $20 off per person, and the code is unscripted.
Oh, and land ho!
You know, so many of our local ideas and destinations come from you, and I love to get a DM with a Dana Dare like this one.
Question is, what's the most important thing about a pickle? It's always happiness in every crash.
I heard a rumor that there is an amazing booth here at the farmer's market that's really gonna pickle your fancy. So we're gonna have a pickle party, but one person does not a pickle party make, so I need a pickle partner.
And I'm pretty pumped about pickles, so when you offered for me to be your pickle partner, I said, please.
Hi, my name is Scott Kalin. I am the founder of Kalin and Kalin Pickles, and AKA the Pickle Man.
I could smell the pickles about 10 feet before I even got here.
Well, welcome to Kalin and Kalin Pickles.
Thank you.
You guys want to dive in a little?
Yes.
So we do a pickle flight. I always believe that a pickle could stand on its own. That's why we do so many flavors. That I think you can build things around the pickle. Because a lot of people think as a pickle as a condiment. It's either something you love or it's something you're throwing off your hamburger.
What's this one?
Jalapeno.
Oh, I love jalapenos. I'm from Texas.
Makes a really good dirty martini.
Oh my God, that is so good.
I have always loved pickles. And I ended up moving, I'm originally from New York, and which is a big base of the pickle culture. And I found myself on the West Coast, and honestly, I didn't realize until I couldn't get a good pickle how much I actually loved pickles.
So what exactly are sours? I've never heard of that.
So the sours that we do are fermented, so
Okay.
they don't have any vinegar in them.
Oh.
And these are very traditional, but that's what New York is known for.
I'm more of a traditional guy. Like I like that.
Oh my
I think
God.
that's my favorite so far.
This is delicious.
It is really good too.
The interesting thing is we opened February of 2020. So literally 4 weeks before shutdown. We had one of the most successful openings in the history of the market. And when COVID hit, there was only about 10 vendors in the market that stayed open. And because I was selling cucumbers, I was essential. So I had the ability to keep us open in this space. I literally had people calling me on the phone saying, how many pickles do I have to buy this week to make sure you don't close? I mean, it was a very humbling experience. And it was probably one of the best decisions I made because it kept us going through that period. And then things took off.
Now I dare you to dare me my next assignment. And we are just getting into the fun zone. More local reasons why the Golden State is so golden coming up when LA Unscripted comes right back. California is over 1,000 miles long and 560 miles wide, and in between, the state is packed with extraordinary people and places to discover. Welcome back to LA Unscripted. I'm Dana Devin, and our LAU team is in full force today.
Three Forks.
On brand.
Let's eat.
Fortune and Forks is a social club and professional network for women of color. We originally started in 2017 as kind of like a dinner series, and we honestly were so scrappy about it. We used the resources that we had, which was like little to nothing. I worked at a restaurant at the time, so we used my discount and the private room at the restaurant, along with the decor at Naomi's house, and we really put it together. It was very luxe. After the dinner, women were like, oh my God, that was so great. When's the next one? And we were like, when's the next one? So honestly, it just snowballed into what it is now.
Well, since the name of the social club is Fortune and Forks, I figured I had to bring you to someplace good, like Katine, so we could chow down. You ready?
Ready, let's eat.
So I think Crystal and I have kind of different reasons for starting Fortune and Forks. I think for Crystal it's very much about redefining success for this generation and making sure that we're giving each other flowers along the way. And for me, Fortune and Forks is very much about sharing professional resources. So we originally started as a supper club, but as we've evolved, we expanded to offer resume workshops, wellness activities, life coaching workshops and sessions.
So we have right now over 300 women of color between New York, Atlanta, Miami, and Los Angeles.
We are membership based, so members apply and we accept members quarterly.
So who came up with the name Fortune and Forks?
Me. We kind of wanted the name to include the idea of like what we were doing and describe the event. So we're like, okay, well, we're gonna be eating, and then the entire mission is to help each other succeed in our careers and create success, which makes us think about fortune. I was like, oh, Fortune and Forks. And she was like, no, and I was like, yes, and here we are.
We're in 4 different cities. We're in Atlanta, New York, LA, and Miami. So for each city, we have like a pretty extensive list of places we like to frequent. And then we also always like to try new places. We accidentally had our first dinner at one of the nicest restaurants in New York City. So from there, we kind of had to maintain the brand and keep a certain standard. And it's honestly become a staple for us at Fortune and Forks. Just like when you come to one of our events, you know that the experience is gonna be premium, it's gonna be intimate, and it's gonna be really intentionally curated.
We're here to keep you in the know. More local facts and finds when LA Unscripted comes right back. And now another sponsor for your radar.
Pollo Campero has been bringing friends and families together through their delicious chicken since 1971. Okay, we just ate with our hands, but that's the way you're supposed to do it here, right?
Exactly. You eat with your fingers, and it has to be whole experience, eating with your hands, the way as it's supposed to be. So that way you will enjoy it more.
I love that.
Pollo Campero simply is the best chicken in the world. It's amazing, delicious. We have unique flavors and a lot of authenticity in all that we serve. Pollo Campero started in Guatemala in 1971, and then rapidly we expand to El Salvador. That's why Guatemalans and Salvadorians love the brand. And then we continue our expansion in different countries, including here in the USA. This is our 25th restaurant here in California. We have big expansion plans for the rest of the state. Every single opening starts with the golden ticket.
It was for the first 100 people that came. So I called my husband, I was like, get over here right now. We're gonna get free chicken for a whole year.
We have people in line since 6 a.m. The flavor is so special. We take a lot of care of the quality of our chicken. Every single day we use fresh chicken, never frozen. We bread it in here in the restaurant and fry it right away, and it's simply delicious.
Let's talk about you. You told me an interesting fact. You've been with the company for such a long time. Tell me.
I've been with Pollo Campero for 20 years. I started back in Guatemala, and then 7 years ago I moved to the US.
These are the items that you typically see on the menu, right?
Exactly.
So let's kind of go through some of the stuff. This is your signature chicken.
Yes, this is our signature chicken. It's the fried chicken. The Campero chicken is just delicious. This is the chicken that make us famous all over the world. We have also our fresh drinks, unique flavors. We have horchata, we have Jamaica, and mango. And those are delicious as well.
You know, and that's what I love about this place is that it's not just your traditional fried chicken, French fries. Like you have yuca fries, which not a lot of people have. You have the plantains, which are fantastic. So are you hoping that maybe people try new flavors and step out of their comfort zone?
Exactly, that's exactly what we want with Pollo Campero. It's unique flavors. You don't find these flavors in other places, in other chicken places, and it's just amazing.
Did you guys know more people live in the state of California than the entire population of Canada?
Wow.
No, I did not know.
I didn't either.
I didn't know. And does anyone know what the state motto is? Eureka! That's the Greek word for I have found it. It was coined during the gold rush, and now I had a eureka moment at this next spot. What are the big differences between a donkey and a horse?
There are huge differences, and even though they're the same, they all come under the title of equids or equus. Donkeys eat completely differently, they think completely differently, whereas a horse is very flighty. If a donkey is trying to be chased or anything, they just stop.
As you guys know, this is my favorite shoot ever because of these guys right here.
Skydog Sanctuary is a forever home for abused, neglected, starved, abandoned wild mustangs that have been rounded up from public land. Well, I learned about the plight of the wild mustang on American states. So I had a horse at Sunset Ranch and he had a brand on his neck, and people would ask me, you know, what does that brand mean? And I realized he was a once wild horse that lived out on public lands in Nevada and had been rounded up by the Bureau of Land Management. And the reason that they round the horses up from public lands is basically to clear the lands for extractive mining, for grazing cattle, livestock, and all the other things that make them money as opposed to wild horses, which don't, sadly. We have this ranch in Malibu, just 12 acres here, where we keep a lot of the special needs horses, a lot of the older senior horses. It's kind of like a retirement home for old Mustangs. But we also have a 9,000 acre property up in Bend, Oregon. And there we essentially rewild these horses after rehabbing them, bringing them back to health.
This guy's name is Cisco.
Yeah.
I love that because I know where it's from. Where is it from?
He's named after Kevin Costner's horse in Dances with Wolves, and he looked a lot like him, and I loved that film when I was younger. Any film that had horses in, I loved.
Tell me about this cute guy right here.
So a lot of people don't know, but there are actually wild donkeys that live on our public lands. This is Red, and she is one of the most beautiful donkeys. She is a wild BLM branded donkey, and she has the brand on her neck as well. Half of our mission statement was to save at-risk Mustangs from different situations, but the other half is to raise awareness and educate people so they can speak up for these voiceless horses, take an action as simply as calling their representative or, you know, turning up at a rally or signing a petition. There's so many things they can do. And here at the ranch in Malibu, we have an amazing volunteer program. People can come here and help us on, you know, in the morning, help the staff look after the horses. Seeing wild horses run free just for the sake of it, you know, playing and sparring, and they're drinking out of streams and sleeping under the stars. It really is like everything that they were born to be wild. It was their birthright. We restore that for them, and it makes me so proud.
There is no place like home, and this next local favorite will have you saying home sweet home.
Everything that you see here is all natural without any preservatives or additives. These are what are called our marzipan jewels.
Oh my god, the chocolate with the pistachio? Wow.
I was just so burned out by the whole process of, you know, the corporate experience and that grind, and I thought, what can I do that interjects my left brain with my right brain? And I thought, you know, I need to look back into my cultural background and what is prevalent in my culture, being Greek and Armenian. What better than dates and baklava? So that's baked semolina with raw unfiltered honey and pistachios.
Oh my god, they're so cute!
We started off with the luxury gift boxes featuring our dates and our baklava and all of our flavors that we incorporated in. We found success relatively quickly, and people were really looking to have these at their weddings and events and corporate gifting. And so we decided at that point, what better way than to create the experience behind the sweets. And so that's when Cafe Shira was born. Shira means something sweet in about 6 different languages.
Those are delicious.
Yeah. These dates are so incredibly special. These are all sourced from around the Middle East, and they have to grow to sub-Saharan temperatures. So they require about 140 degrees of heat and much more water than California dates, which is why that they're very tender and soft to the touch, and they do melt in your mouth.
How many different varieties of dates do you have?
Typically we carry about 8 of each kind. We have things like pistachios, we have rose petal, we have our newest one, which is a matcha.
Ooh.
We have hazelnut, we have coffee, we have Brazilian orange.
I never knew how good orange and chocolate were together.
Dates are really good for your iron. They have high in magnesium, potassium, iron especially, and a lot of women will have it for reproductive health. Very good for fertility.
I feel like I'm getting pregnant as we speak.
Our coffee beans come in from Italy. We have a super crema blend that doesn't have any acidity to it. Our teas come in from Paris, and we find a lot of the Middle Eastern tourists that enjoy the dates or the Arabic coffee, so there's something for everyone here. So one of the best parts about this cafe is that we offer plant-based lattes, and they're made out of flowers or fruits or vegetables. So we have the Bluebell.
Okay, which to me tastes like marshmallow. Mmm.
That's made with vanilla.
Oh, so good, okay.
We have the Japanese matcha.
Delicious.
And we have the turmeric with clove.
Cheers! Yay! Oh my God. That is it from us today. We hope you're keeping a local to-do list and taking the time to be a tourist in your own town. Where will we be next? You never know, but don't miss it. Okay, ready? Mwah!